What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today we have some awesome information for you guys. Have a nice little Sunday roundup of some of the best articles, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Nintendo Switch eShop charts for February 20, 2018 are here. Shoutouts to Go Nintendo for rounding up the list here. And once again, Celeste is at the top at number 1, but I will start from the bottom and then we'll work our way up. So at number 20, ARMS. Number 19, The Escapist 2. Number 18, 1-2 Switch. Number 17, Doom. Number 16, Golf Story. Number 15, Brawlout. Number 14, Darkest Dungeon. Number 13, Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Number 12, Earth Wars. Number 11, NBA Playgrounds Enhanced Edition. Number 10, Super Mario Odyssey. Number 9, Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition. Number 8, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Number 7, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number 6, Night in the Woods. Have not played that game, or I haven't heard about that. Interesting. Number 5, Rocket League. Number 4, Stardew Valley. Number 3, Overcooked Special Edition. Number 2, Arcade Archives versus Super Mario Bros. And number 1, like I talked about, Celeste. Let's talk about this just a little bit, Ninja, because the Nintendo Switch eShop charts are probably the most interesting eShop charts pretty much Nintendo's released ever. Because the reason why is because Nintendo's digital sales have been skyrocketing. We're talking 50% plus more than what they did on the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. And if you look at the install bases, that's crazy, especially when compared to the 3DS. So digital revenue in terms of year-on-year are up a lot. Nintendo's doing fantastic numbers digitally. So it makes you wonder, how much are these games selling? What's going on here? Now, we've heard about Super Mario Odyssey having pretty good sell-through rates, but we haven't heard what the breakdown is of digital compared to other things. We've heard that Celeste has pretty much been the best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch so far. It's been number 1, I think 3 weeks in a row at this point. So 3 weeks in a row of an independent title, smaller game, which is not the cheapest, by the way, guys. This isn't like a $10 game or something like that. It is a $20 game, just like Rocket League was, and it is right up there at the top. People aren't waiting for discounts or sales or for a physical version or whatever it is. They're just going out there and buying Celeste, and that's exactly what I want to see when it comes to the independent titles, especially these bigger ones. But I also think this is just kind of to lead into something else that I'll have on NewZ Essence. I'm going to talk about this a lot more, but why I think that there won't be necessarily a traditional, normal virtual console like we saw before on the Wii U, or even to the one that was like on the Wii, where people are just like, man, look at all these different games. Just because look at all these independent games, stuff like Celeste, stuff like Stardew Valley, stuff like Rocket League, Night in the Woods, Overcooked. All of these games are selling so well because you don't have all of those old school AAA titles on the virtual console. I think it's pretty much kind of factual at this point. Now, there's not any, I guess, direct correlation outside of you just looking back at what sold on the Wii and the Wii U in terms of the eShop sales and the charts. But if you look at the Wii U and if you look at the 3DS, a lot of games, when it came to classic games that were put on there, took the top spots. That's pretty much what we saw every single time. Even if there was a brand new and great game like Runner 2, for example, on the Wii U, which sold really well, you would still see other games surpass it very quickly when it comes to virtual console games, whatever it was. So I think Nintendo's going to be very cautious when it comes to the virtual console. I'm not sure if they're going to kind of just throw it out there in all those games. I think we're going to really see that first with the whole you can download 1 game a month with the Nintendo Switch Online. I think it's going to be something like that, and maybe they'll have one maybe later down the line. But with these independent sales and how the indies are doing, I think it's because we're not getting all of those AAA old school games like we got beforehand. So that's just my opinion on the matter. Getting back to the actual sales here, it's just good to see so many third-party titles selling so well. Rocket League up there, Stardew Valley, Overcooked, Celeste, all these games are doing fantastic on there. Even if you go down to the bottom, Golf Story, Brawlout, you also have The Escapist 2 doing really well, Earth Wars still right there in the middle of the pack, NBA Playgrounds Enhanced Edition. So these titles are doing well. I'm pretty sure the developers are happy. We've heard a lot of developers say that how the Nintendo Switch version is the best-selling one, so I'm really happy about that. So what do you guys think about Celeste, and also my thoughts on the virtual console when it comes to things? And like I said, guys, I will be having a NewZ Essence that goes down every single day, Monday through Friday. I should say more like it, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. PT. That is 9 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you guys watch that Monday through Friday. We're gonna have that NewZ Essence for you guys with the best topics, articles, and discussion, so definitely check that show out. But yeah, what do you guys think about all this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving to the next article here, we have a Valkyria Chronicles 4, the first character trailer. So this features Claude Wallace, Riley Miller, Raz, and Kai Shulin as well. So pretty cool trailer. I checked it out here, and I definitely wanted to share this with you guys because I'm super hyped for Valkyria Chronicles 4 on the Nintendo Switch. So Sega has released a first in a series of character trailers for Valkyria Chronicles 4. The first character trailer introduces Federation Army characters Claude Wallace, Riley Miller, Raz, and Kai Shulin. read more about each of the characters. Link in the description below if you want to know more about them. Valkyria Chronicles 4 is due out for the PlayStation 4 on March 21st, and for the Nintendo Switch this summer in Japan, and for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch in 2018 in the Americas and in Europe. And you guys are checking out this new character trailer. Now, one of the most interesting things about Valkyria Chronicles 4 for more of my newer subs, or maybe if you just missed the video, I was just talking about this franchise before they even announced it as Valkyria Chronicles 4, before they even said anything about a Nintendo Switch version. I was like, yo, this franchise needs to come to Nintendo Switch, and I listed out my reasons why. You can check it out on my channel. Just type in Valkyria Chronicles 4 needs to come to Nintendo Switch. I pretty much put that in the title, and it was so funny when people went back to it after the announcement and said, hey, you were right about this. And yeah, I was right about it, and Sega definitely was thinking what I was thinking. Valkyria Chronicles 4 absolutely needed to be on the Nintendo Switch just because of the style of game this is. For those who haven't played it, Valkyria Chronicles is a really unique mix. It's a hybrid of strategy RPG, action RPG, and turn-based when it comes to it. Seriously, you have a bunch of people that you can pick from in terms of classes and bases and everything like that. You have to defeat the enemy, but you move basically in real time, but you use actual CP points or command points in order to use those characters to move. So they all have turns. You can't just move whenever you want, however you want, but you have to take those turns and use that CP. Then you can attack, and then once you're done attacking, then you move on to the next person. So it's just this unique mix. There's not a lot of other games out there on the market. Usually you see turn-based strategy RPGs, or you can even see sometimes like real-time strategy when it comes to it, but nothing like this before. So Valkyria Chronicles 4 to me is one of the most important games on the Nintendo Switch, but I also think it's going to be one of the best games on the Nintendo Switch, especially if you're going off of what they're going to do. They're channeling that inner Valkyria Chronicles 1, which was honestly a fantastic game. That game was just so good, and it's so great that they're going back to that, kind of hitting up that timeline again and going forward with those themes, because Valkyria Chronicles 4 is going to be a big game. I think it's going to do really well, and especially on the Nintendo Switch, I think it's going to do really well. So what do you guys think about Valkyria Chronicles 4, this brand new character trailer? I was checking it out. It looks really good. Obviously, it's coming to the PlayStation 4 first, but it will be coming out for the Nintendo Switch later down the line when it comes to it. In Japan, they got summer, and then just sometime in 2018 for the Americas and Europe. So let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. All right, I'm moving to the last article here. We're going to discuss a brand new game announcement that's coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PC. This is the first time ever that this game is going to be localized outside of Japan, and it's caused quite a number of PS Vita owners to be extremely mad at not only the Nintendo Switch for getting this game, but also at NIS America for announcing it and not bringing it over on their system of choice, which we'll get into in a little bit, and I'll probably talk about a little bit more on NewZ Essence if I do have the time for it. So Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk is coming to the West for the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. I talked about this game just a little bit on one of my last PE News videos, but I want to go into a little bit more of what this game is about and kind of why this game is exciting for RPG fans out there. So it did take 2 years, but it is finally happening. So NIS America will release Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk, both physically and digitally for both the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch, and for the PC via Steam this fall in North America and Europe, the publisher has announced. Now in Japan, Labyrinth of Refrain is known as Coven and Labyrinth Refrain. It first launched for the PlayStation Vita in June 2016, followed by a PlayStation 4 release in September 2017. Now for the West, the game will feature both English and Japanese audio and English and French text. In addition to the standard edition, there will be a $79.99 limited edition will also be available. It includes a copy of the game, a deck of tarot cards, 4 Lapel pin sets, hardcover art book, and bookmark, 2-disc official soundtrack, and collector's box. It's available for pre-order now on the NIS America store for the PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Now let's get into a little bit of the features of the game and kind of more of what it's about. Become the living book, Tactus the Monstrum, and I probably said that wrong, and command a brigade of puppet soldiers as you navigate the twisting passageways of a Labyrinth of Refrain. Here are the key features of the game: a massive maze, dive into the miasma-filled labyrinth, Tactus of Monstrum, along with your brigade of puppet soldiers to smite monsters and uncover dark secrets. It also features fast-paced combat, strange features and traps. All sorts of will stand in your path as you go deeper in the maze. Give orders to your army and crush them with special skills. Build an undefeatable army. Create your very own puppet soldiers. grant them with a variety of different roles, and assign them to specialized squads to make your own unique brigade. So this was a big deal when it came to PS Vita owners, and really what the controversy is that they're not bringing this game over to the PS Vita, even though it originally started as a PS Vita game. So this game was out June 2016, I think they talked about here, for the PS Vita in Japan, and people were expecting it to come over to the West on the PS Vita so they can play in a language that they can understand, and NIS America has essentially chose to pick the Nintendo Switch, it seems like, over the PS Vita, and this got people bummed out. People saying, oh, well, they hate Nintendo, they're not going to buy a Nintendo Switch because of this game here. But I will have to say this, if you look at the decision to do that, now if it was me, depending on the cost, I would have probably brought it over to the PS Vita as well. Now, I don't know how much it would have costed to bring it over. I'm not sure how much they wanted to spend because they're already bringing it over to Steam. They're bringing it over to PS4. They're bringing it over to Nintendo Switch. And this game does seem might be better suited for the TV play, but with the Nintendo Switch, you can do the portable style and you can do the home console style. Now, a lot of people have already said, okay, well, like the Nintendo Switch, a lot of people are coming over from the PS Vita. That makes sense. But there are still people who haven't came over, and these are the ones who are complaining. Now, we do know that it's not an overly large amount of people, obviously, because the PS Vita has been dead for quite some time. It's obviously not selling well at this point. It hasn't ever really sold well. And the one thing about this, guys, is that the PS Vita, while it's doing somewhat okay, or it did somewhat okay in Japan, not really, to be honest, like the PS Vita is absolutely dead, like 100%. In the West. Like, you can't even see it in many retailers. You have to go to a specialty shop. Sometimes you can't even find it new, even like at GameStop or something like that. Now, you can go on Amazon, you can find it there, but a lot of the people who have the PS Vitas on Amazon, they have like Japanese ones that they just got like from like an import or something like that, that they got a long time ago that they never sold. There's like ice blue ones and stuff that I've never even seen in stores when it came to the PS Vita even being like in the mainstream, to where it was actually up like at Walmart and other places like that. So the PS Vita is just super dead, and I think that's the reason why they're not bringing it over. It's just super dead in the West, so it doesn't really make sense to localize it for a super dead system. And on top of that, you look at it, it's already out there in Japanese if you want to play it. However, there's no English text, so that's the only thing that is kind of upsetting for these PS Vita owners. But it makes sense business wise, just depending on how much it costs for the localization, and I'm guessing that it would cost enough for them just to say no, we're not going to do it, and that the Nintendo Switch is probably a better option for them when it comes to playing the game portably because of the momentum of the system. We saw that NIS has 9 games in 2018 for the Nintendo Switch. They're on one when it comes to that system. So what do you guys think about this? Do you feel PS Vita owners are getting shafted with this game in favor of Nintendo Switch owners? Are you excited about this title? Because I know I am. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page to consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emails for your YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below. Consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you for the next video. Peace.